right, orchestra seats. All right, come on in.
Come to the front row first.
Front row waits you.
I want number 12, Sir Goldstein.
I see it.
Repent you, fair one, of the sin you carry.
I do and bear the shame most patiently.
Love you the man that wronged you.
Yes, as I love the woman that wronged him.
So then it seems her most offenseful act was mutually committed.
Mutually.
Then was your sin of heavier kind than his?
I do confess it and repent it, Father.
'Tis meet so, daughter, but lest you do repent as that the sin hath brought you to this shame.
I do repent me as it is an evil, and take the shame with joy.
Your partner, as I hear, must die tomorrow. And I am going with instruction to him. Grace go with you. Benedicite.
Must die tomorrow? Oh, injurious love! That respites me alive was very comfort is still a dying horror.
When I would pray and think, I think and pray to several subjects. Heaven hath my empty words, whilst my invention, hearing not my tongue, anchors on Isabel. O God, in my mouth, as if I did but only chew his name, and in my heart, the strong and swelling evil of my conception. The stake whereon I studied is like a good thing growing big off and red, grown sere and tedious. Blood! Thou art blood. Let's write good angel on the devil's horn. 'Tis not the devil's crest. Oh heavens. Why does my blood thus muster to my heart, making both it unable for itself and dispossessing all my other parts of necessary fitness? How now, fair maid?
I am come to know your pleasure.
That you might know it would much better please me than to demand what is. Your brother cannot live.
Even so, heaven keep your honor.
Yet he may live a while, and it may be as long as you or I. Yet he must die.
Under your sentence.
Yea.
When, I beseech you.
Fie, these filthy vices. It were as good to pardon him that hath from nature stolen a man already made, as to remit their saucy sweetness that do coin God's image in stamps that are forbid.
'Tis set down so in heaven, but not in earth.
Say you so? Then I shall pose you quickly. Which had you rather, that the most just law now took your brother's life, or, to redeem him, give up your body to such sweet uncleanness as she that he hath stained?
Sir, believe this, I had rather give my body than my soul.
I talk not of your soul.
How say you?
Answer to this. Is there not a kind of charity in sin to save this brother's life?
Please you to do it. I'll take it as a peril to my soul. It is no sin at all, but charity.
Will please you to do it, at peril of your soul will equal poise of sin and charity.
That I do beg his life, if it be sin, heaven let me bear it. You granting of my suit, if that be sin, I'll make it my morn prayer to have it added to the faults of mine, and nothing of your answer.
Your sense pursues not mine. To be received plain, I'll speak more gross. Your brother is to die.
So?
And his offense is so, as it appears accountant to the law upon that pain.
True.
Admit no other way to save his life, as I subscribe. Not that, nor any other, but in the loss of question that you, his sister, finding yourself desired by such a person, whose credit with the judge or own great place could fetch your brother from the manacles of the all-binding law, and that there were no earthly means to save him, but that either you must lay down the treasures of your body to this supposed, or else to let him suffer. What would you do?
As much for my poor brother as myself. That is, were I under the terms of death, the impression of keen whips I'd wear as rubies, and strip myself to death as to a bed that longing have been sick for, ere I'd yield my body up to shame.
Then must your brother die.
Better it were a brother died at once, and that a sister by redeeming him should die forever.
Were not you then as cruel as the sentence which you have slandered so?
Pardon it. It oft falls out. To have what we would have, we speak not what we mean. I something do excuse the thing I hate for his advantage that I dearly love.
We are all frail. Women are frail too.
Women help heaven. Men, their creation mar in profiting by them.
I think it well. And from this testimony of your own sex, since I suppose we are made to be no stronger than faults may shake our frames, let me be bold. I do arrest your words. Be that you are, that is, a woman. If you be more, you're none. If you be, show it now by putting on the destined livery.
I have no tongue but one. Gentle, my lord, let me entreat you speak the former language.
Plainly conceive, I love you.
My brother did love Juliet, and you tell me he shall die for it.
Well, he shall not, Isabel, if you give me love.
No, I know your virtue hath a license in it that seems a little fouler than it is to pluck on others.
Believe me, on mine honor, my words express my purpose.
Little honor to be much believed, and most pernicious purpose. Seeming. I will proclaim thee, Angelo, look for it. Sign me a present pardon for my brother, or with an outstretched throat I'll tell the world aloud what man thou art.
Who would believe thee, Isabel? My unsoiled name, the austereness of my life, my vouch against you, and my place in the state will sow your accusation o'er a way that you shall stifle in your own report and smell of calumny. Oh, I've begun. And now I give my sensual grace the rein. Fit thy consent to my sharp appetite. Redeem thy brother by yielding up thy body to my will, or he must not only die the death, but thy unkindness shall his death draw out to lingering sufferance. answer me tomorrow. Or by the affection that now guides me most, I'll prove a tyrant to him. As for you, say what you can. My false outweighs your true.
To whom should I complain? Did I tell this, who would believe me? Oh, perilous mouths that bear in them one and the self-same tongue, either of condemnation or of proof, bidding the law make curtsy to their will, hooking both right and wrong to the appetite to follow as it draws. Then Isabel, live, chaste, and brother die. More than our brother is our chastity.
So then you hope of pardon from Lord Angelo?
Miserable have no other medicine, but only hope. I have hope to live, and am prepared to die.
Be absolute for death. Either death or life shall thereby be the sweeter. Thou art not thyself, and thou exists on many 1,000 grains that issue out of dust. Happy thou art not, for what thou hast not still thou strivest to get, and what thou hast forgettest. What's yet in this that bears the name of life, yet in this life lie hid more 1,000 deaths, yet death we fear that makes these odds all even.
I humbly thank you. To sue to live, I find I seek to die. And, seeking death, find life! Oh, let it come on!
He's here. Grace and good company.
Dear sir, ere long I'll visit you again.
I thank you, most holy sir. Now, sister, what's the comfort? As all comforts are, most good indeed. Angelo, having affairs to heaven, intends you as his swift ambassador. Tomorrow you set on. Is there no remedy? None, but such remedy as to save a head to cleave a heart in twain. But is there any? Yes, brother. You may live. There is a devilish mercy in the judge, if you'll implore it, that will free your life, but fetter you till death. Let me know the point. Oh, I do fear thee, Claudio. Darest thou die? The sense of death is most in apprehension. And the poor beetle that we tread upon in corporal sufferance finds a pang as great as when a giant dies. Why give you me this shame? If I must die, I will encounter death, darkness, as a bride, and hug it in mine arms. There spake my brother. Yes, you must die. Thou art too noble to conserve a life in base appliances. This outward sainted deputy is yet a devil. His filth within being cast, he would appear upon as deep as hell. The frenzy Angelo? The cunning livery of hell, the damnest body to invest and cover in frenzy guards. Would thou believe it, Claudio, if I would yield him my virginity, thou mightst be freed. Oh heavens, it cannot be. He would give it thee from this rank offense, so to offend him still. This night's the time that I must do what I abhor to name, or else thou diest tomorrow.
Thou shalt not do it.
A word but my life, I throw it down for your deliverance as frankly as a pin.
Thanks, dear Isabel.
Be ready, Claudio, for your death tomorrow.
Yes. Has he affections in him that thus would make him fight the law by the nose when he would force it? Sure, it is no sin, or of the deadly seven it is the least.
Which is the least?
If it were damnable, he, being so wise, why would he for the momentary trick be perdurably fined? Oh, Isabel!
What says my brother?
Death is a fearful thing.
And shame in life a hateful.
Aye, but to die! And go we know not where! Lie in cold obstruction and to rot! And the delighted spirit to bathe in fiery floods! To be imprisoned in the viewless winds and blown with restless violence round about the pendant world! To be worse than worse of those that lawless and uncertain thought imagine howling. 'Tis too horrible. The weariest and most loathed worldly life that age, ache, penury, and imprisonment can lay on nature is a paradise to what we fear of death. Sweet sister, let me live! What sin you do to save a brother's life? Nature dispenses with the deed so far that it becomes a virtue.
Oh, you beast! Faithless coward! Oh, dishonest wretch, wilt thou be made a man out of my vice? Is it not a kind of incest to take a life from thine own sister's shame? Take my defiance. Die. Perish. Would but my bending down reprieve thee from thy fate, it should proceed. I'll pray 1,000 prayers for thy death. No word to save thee.
Nay, hear me, Isabella!
Fie! 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 Your sins not accidental but a trade. Mercy to thee would prove itself a bawd. 'Tis best thou diest quickly.
Oh, hear me, Isabella!
Son! I have overheard what hath passed between you and your sister. Angelo had never the purpose to corrupt her. Only he hath made an essay of her virtue to practice his judgment with the disposition of natures. She, having the truth of honor in her, hath made him that gracious denial which he is most glad to receive. I'm confessor to Angelo, and I know this to be true. Therefore, prepare yourself to death. Do not satisfy your resolution with hopes that are fallible. Tomorrow, you must die. Go to your knees and make ready.
Let me ask my sister's pardon. I'm so out of love with life that I will sue to be rid of it.
Hold you there. Farewell. Come on!